warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Zabiha Halal presents Muslimfest 2020, presented by Dawanet and Sound Vision. My name is Sumaya Mirza and I'll be your host for Muslimfest Kids Hour. Me and my family have been going to Muslimfest every year, and we love the food, the bazaars, and watching all the amazing programs. We are so excited to be here with you all, bringing everyone some positivity and creative energy, with a great lineup of Muslim artists and talent. Although our festival looks a little different this year, it was important for us to make sure we can do things in the safest way possible. This year, Muslimfest is taking place from Wednesday, July 15th to Sunday, July 19th. Each day, we will have family fun kids programming at 11 a.m. and creative workshops at 3 p.m. And today is the last day already. On Friday and Saturday, we hosted a unique drive-in experience in the evenings. Muslimfest is sponsored by Zabiha Halal, Penny Appeal, Wattan Kebab, Aya Financial, and Moya Financial. Our drive-in venue partner is ISNA Canada. Now before we jump into today's show, here's the message from our sponsors and supporters, without whom this week would not be possible.
Okay, we're here, so you take it.
I'm not taking it.
No, take it.
Why should I take it?
You named it, you take it.
I didn't name it.
I have a cooler car, so you take it.
Exactly. The better car, the better ride. She'll enjoy it. Air conditioning.
You know what? No one's taking it.
Fulfill your Qurbani with Penny Appeal Canada. Visit pennyappeal.ca to get started.
Now the moment we've been waiting for. For our final episode of Muslimfest Kids Hour, we have with us Umar Khoja from Ilyas and Duck Show. Umar is a Muslim American born in the Middle East with family roots in Pakistan. Umar grew up in New York, started writing children's books in Washington, D.C., and now lives in Doha, Qatar, where he's exploring a path less traveled. Along for the ride are his wife, 3 children, a kitten named Tic Tac, and lots of noise. Umar is the creator and author of Ilyas and Duck cartoon characters and children's book series. Ilyas and Duck search for Allah in his first children's book.
Hey Ilyas, what's the name of the event you told me about earlier today? I sort of forgot.
It's called Muslimfest, Duck. And guess what? It's in Canada.
Whoa, Canada, the second largest country in the world. But wait, isn't it really far from where we are right now, like where we're living? How are we gonna get there with this coronavirus around? Uh-oh. Coronavirus!
Yes, Duck. Canada is far away from us, but we're not actually going there this time. It's a virtual show, especially this year, so everyone can still have fun and stay safe in their homes. That also means you can take off your mask now.
Oh, youth. My feathers were getting all ruffled up there. Okay. Well, when do we start Muslimfest?
Actually, I was just about to tell you that, Duck. I think some people are already watching this right now. It has started.
Wow, really?
Yes, look.
Oh, Hello, everyone.
Let's say salam to everyone. Assalamu alaikum, friends.
Assalamu alaikum.
We're so glad you can join us today. Why don't you use the comments section to tell us your name and where you're watching us from?
This is so much fun. There are so many people, Ilyas. So, what are we going to talk about with our friends today?
Well, Duck, remember that time when I wondered about where Allah is, and then we went on a big adventure to find answers about that question?
Yes. Are we going on that adventure again? Because that anglerfish was kind of big and scary, especially those sharp teeth. Oh, those were scary.
Oh, no, Duck. We're just going to share that story with our friends that are watching. I'm sure many of them have wondered as well about where Allah is at some point. Don't you, friends? Well, of course, at one point you did. So I think our search for Allah's story will really help them like it helped us.
That's a great idea, Ilyas. But doesn't Mr. Omar Khawaja tell that story really well? Like, maybe he could have him share it with us and our friends.
You're right again, Duck. As always, Mr. Omar Khawaja is the best storyteller, and he's also the author of our stories. You know what? I messaged him earlier today to see if he would be available to help us. And I always message him ahead of time.
Yep, Ilyas is always right on time. That means he should be calling us any minute now. Oh, look! There's Mr. Omar Khawaja calling us right now. I'm super excited.
Hey, assalamu alaikum, Ilyas and Doug.
Walaikum
How are
salam,
you
Mr.
today?
Omar. Thank you for calling in today.
Oh, you're quite welcome, Ilyas and Doug. Ilyas, your message said that you had some friends over today and that they had questions about Allah. How can
Yes,
I help?
Mr. Omar. Many of them are wondering about where is Allah. Could you read them our search for Allah story to help? That was a great adventure of ours.
Ah, there they are. I see them. Hey, assalamu alaikum, Muslimfest. Assalamu alaikum, friends. So exciting. Hey, Ilyas, your message and your suggestion is great. I think it's a great idea. You know I love sharing that story. So, can you give me control of the screen so I can get started? Okay, everyone, are you ready? This is the first story that I'm going to read to you. It's called Ilyas and Duck, Search for Allah. And it's a beautiful story about discovery, about faith, about belief in Allah. And I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay. One night, Ilyas snuggled into bed and thanked Allah for his mother, father, and his best friend Duck. Then, as he slowly drifted to sleep, Ilyas began to wonder, where is Allah? Early the next morning, Duck noticed Ilyas in the backyard, staring up at the sky. What are you looking at? Asked Duck. I'm looking for Allah, replied Ilyas. So Duck walks back into the house, goes into the toy chest, and comes out with something in his hand and says, here, try these binoculars. They help you see things that are far away. So Ilyas looked through the binoculars, but all he could see were a few puffy clouds and a plane flying by. You won't see Allah with those binoculars, said the hoopoe, sitting on a branch of a tree nearby. What do you mean? Asked Ilyas. But the hoopoe didn't answer. It just flew away. Maybe we need to be closer to the sky to see Allah, asked Duck. Ilyas agreed. So they put on their hiking gear and hiked to the top of the tallest mountain. That's where they saw an alpine ibex. We're looking for Allah, said Ilyas. Do you know where we can find him? Yes, replied the longhorned goat. Allah's all around us. He made the mountains as tall as can be. But you can't see Allah like you can see me. No. What do you mean? Asked Ilyas. But the alpine ibex didn't answer. It just trotted away. Maybe Allah's somewhere in the ocean, suggested Duck. Ilyas agreed. So they put on their scuba gear and they dove into the deepest ocean. That's where they saw an anglerfish. We're looking for Allah, said Ilyas. Do you know where we can find him? Yes, replied the sharp-toothed fish. Allah's all around us. He gave me gills so I could breathe. But you can't see Allah like you can see me. No. What do you mean? Asked Ilyas. But the anglerfish didn't answer. It just swam away. Maybe Allah's in the rainforest, suggested Duck. Ilyas agreed. So they put on their hiking gear and they hiked into the warm and wet rainforest. That's where they saw a mandrill. We're looking for Allah, said Ilyas. Do you know where we can find him? Yes, yes, replied the colorful monkey. Allah's all around us. He gave me these colors that make me unique. But you can't see Allah like you can see me. No, you cannot. Well, what do you mean? Asked Ilyas. But the mandrill didn't answer. It just swung away. Maybe Allah's in outer space, suggested Duck. Ilyas agreed. So they climbed into their rocket ship and they blasted off to space. That's where they saw millions of stars in space and the beautiful earth below. Wow, this is amazing, exclaimed Ilyas. It sure is, replied Duck, but where is Allah? I think I know the answer, replied Ilyas. Now I understand what all those animals were trying to tell us about Allah. What do you mean? Asked Duck. Well, Duck, Allah is the one who made the universe and everything else that you see. From the mountains to the oceans, even you and me. But we can't see Allah the same way I can see you. We see Allah through all His creations, and through them we believe Allah to be true. That night, Ilyas lay in bed smiling. He had learned that Allah's signs were all around him. Then he closed his eyes and fell fast asleep. The end. How was that, Ilyas and Duck? What about your friends watching? Did you enjoy that story?
Yes, Mr. Omar. We love hearing the search for Allah story and the many ways we know that Allah is all around us because we see Him not with our eyes but through all of His signs. It's just that Allah is the creator and that we can't see Him like you can see.
That's
Yeah, you know, friends
scary.
watching,
Love it.
if you want to add this story to
Yes.
your home library, you can do that. You can go to ilyasandduck.com and buy this story and any one of the other Ilyas and Duck stories that are available. They're great and they're a lot of fun. So head on to the website and order. And there's a big discount going on right now as well. So we typically don't do the discount thing, but there's one going on right now. So check it out. I hope you add this and other stories to your library. You know, Ilyas.
We have our own.
You know, Ilyas.
Yeah.
I think your friends are asking for another story. What do you think? Well, that settles it then.
Me. I want to hear another
How
story
about
too.
how about I read the story about
want
zakat?
stories.
You know, it's about money, and the kids love money, right? So let's read the story about zakat. Why don't you give me control and let's get started.
Yes, you're all set, Mr. Omar.
Thank you, Ilyas. Okay, kids. This story is called Ilyas and Duck in a Zakat Tale, a story about giving. And this story is about zakat. Now, if you don't know what zakat is, it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It's a very important concept. And zakat is about giving money to people that need it. It's meant to give money to people that need it to help them. Okay? It's not about anything else. It's not about giving clothes or smiles or helping somebody with the groceries. No, it's only about money to people that need it. Okay? Now, it's a very important concept, and in this story, there's a beautiful fairy tale in the middle of the story. And that fairy tale starts off where the community is not giving zakat. So it starts off by telling you what happens, potentially what happens, if people don't give zakat, okay? So we're going to start from the middle of the story, inshallah. Here we go. Once upon a time, not far away, a noble king was unhappy. His land was in disarray. His people were kind-hearted, but to his dismay, when they stopped giving zakat, the community began to go astray. The aristocrats, they're the people that have money, okay? They're called aristocrats back in the times of the kings and queens. The aristocrats began to develop a culture of hoarding and greed, caring only for themselves and not for those in need. And the peasants, they're the people that did not have money, okay? They needed zakat. While the peasants began to harbor feelings of resentment and envy, having barely enough to live, while others have plenty. And the businessmen? Well, the businessmen began to lose customers who once shopped at their stores because people couldn't afford to buy things anymore. Until finally one day the king said to the crowd, "This selfish behavior Allah does not allow. When you care only for yourselves, it puts the community in distress. That's why Allah says to give zakat. It's His plan to help you more, not less." You mean give my money away? Yeah. How does giving my money away help me? It's a good question, right? So the king explained to the crowd how it can be that giving from their wealth was good for them indeed. And this is what he said. He said, when you give zakat, Allah rewards you. Okay? And then zakat, the poor people use that zakat money to meet their basic needs like food, water, shelter, clothing. Those are basic needs. So they use that for their basic needs. And once they have their basic needs met, then the poor people can actually start being more productive in society. They can start working. And when more people are working in society, in your community, when more people are doing that, then the community does better. And because you are actually living in the community, and if the community is doing better, you start doing better. And that's how your money going to the poor people actually comes back to help you and your family. Okay? But that wasn't all. The king said one more thing. Know that your wealth is a gift from Allah, and sharing it is a great blessing from Him. Then the king decreed with a wave of his hand, zakat you shall give. We must follow Allah's plan. The king's news spread quickly by land, through the air, across the woods, and overseas. Avast me hearties, ye must give zakat and bring aft harmony. That's how pirates talk, right? Some time went by, 1 year or 2, maybe even 3. And Allah's plan was working, just like the king said it would be. Because when the people with a lot started giving zakat, they improved many lives and softened many hearts. Now, what do you think that the lady in this picture is doing? Is she receiving money, right? And the other person is giving the money, right? So he's giving zakat and she's receiving zakat. Now, what does the poor person do with that zakat money in the story? They go to the store, correct, in that first picture. What are they buying? They're buying a sewing machine to make clothes. And then what is she doing with those clothes that she's making? That's right. She is selling them. She started a business with the zakat money. How amazing is that? And now that business is making her money. So soon, if she keeps that up and she keeps making money, she might not need zakat anymore. So that would be one less poor person in the world, inshallah. And zakat was also good for the businessmen in their stores because look, they had many new customers lined out the door. In the end, harmony returned to the land. People gave zakat and worked hand in hand. They stopped being selfish like they once were. And when they put trust in the guidance from Allah, they lived together, happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story, Ilyas and Duck. That's one of my favorites. It's all about money, and everyone loves money. And we love helping other people too. It's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It's a very good, important concept. So I hope
love
everyone
how there's
enjoyed
a
that story
fairy
as
tale
well.
story within that story.
Okay, everyone.
Thank
I
you
think that's
for
all the time we
having
have
us
for
at
today.
Muslimfest.
I really
Yes,
had a
thank
lot
you.
of
Again
fun with
next
you
time.
today. I
See
hope
you
you
next
enjoyed the
time.
stories. Until next time,
And
Muslim
have a
Fest.
happy Muslim
Salam
Fest,
alaikum.
everyone.
Bye, Ilyas and Duck. Salam
Have a
alaikum.
happy Muslim Fest.
Assalamu
I know I
alaikum.
will. Assalamu alaikum. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Brother Omar, for that fun and exciting show. That concludes our last show of the season. We hope you enjoyed the last few days of Muslimfest Kids Hour. Hope to see you again for another fun Muslimfest event.